Hey everybody, weather update. I'm just typing really quick. Casual coffee time. Update of the forecasts. All right, for those of you who watch on YouTube, I'm already streaming. I'm setting up my Facebook account right now, so bear with me for just a moment. This is coffee time, and it's just a very casual update of the forecast, and the forecast is very laid back this Saturday morning. Nothing like last week when we were tracking severe weather and it got a bit dicey. And it was not good weather last weekend, but we're better this weekend. We're just kind of chilly. I'll talk more about the forecast in just a moment. Just bear with me, everybody. I'm just loading the Facebook page up. So temperatures this morning, boy, it was chilly. Only 19 degrees. I think it was 19. I saw we had a lot of like low 20s. There was also a couple areas that were in the low 30s. So we had a little bit of everything this morning. Those temperatures were kind of all over the place. But I think we'll all end up coming together in the mid 40s. We had some beautiful sunrise looks this morning, but you can see that layer of clouds now in the shoal starting to build in and starting to see that. And it's a little bit more evident for areas west right now. Areas east still kind of clinging to some sunshine, but eventually the clouds are going to win out. It's going to take our sunshine away at times. So hopefully we'll be able to get into a little bit more in the way of sun before the day is out later in the day. So, but I'm trying to load up this Facebook one to load, and I'm not getting a connection, so bear with me, everybody. See if we get it to work now. All right. Took a little while to get Facebook up and going, but we're there now, and now we finally have a connection, and I can do a little Facebook, a little YouTube. It's really slow, but starting not next weekend, I think the weekend after, I'm going to be required to cross-post this to the Facebook page on 48. I will always check my comments on my page, and if somebody's commenting on 48, I won't see it, but I try to answer. I'll try to go back and forth if I can, try to see a few of the comments there. Also, if you're watching on the YouTube page for the coffee time, a lot of different places going on here. There's a whole bunch of connections going on. I do follow the comments there as well. And coffee time, it's good to be back, everybody. Been gone for a while. It's like you take like one weekend where the schedule gets a little weird, right? So last Saturday, I worked for the night side, and it was Eric and I covering severe weather. We were on for almost 4 hours, 4.5 hours that night. And then I didn't work Sunday because I worked Saturday And then this week I have Sunday off for personal reasons. So all of a sudden, like I found myself only doing one coffee time in like 2 weeks. And that's the one you're watching right now. And then next week, coffee time will be regular. And then the week after that, the only thing that's going to change is that it will be on 48's cross page. And there'll be some breaks. They're going to run some breaks in it during the coffee time. And somebody will be doing that from the back. So it'll give me a chance to actually catch my breath and get some coffee at times. Since it is coffee time, that kind of makes sense, right? It's all good. It's good to be back on, though. I miss you all. I appreciate a lot of you were asking me during the week, and this was like on like Thursday and Friday, writing me messages and saying, hey, you going to come back for coffee time? Yeah, I'll be back. It's got to work. It's not even like working the day. It's like not that I wasn't working. I just wasn't working. I wasn't working mornings. That's all. Kind of a weird schedule. So think about what we've gone through in the past week, right? We had severe thunderstorms last Saturday. Temperatures were like 70 degrees before the thunderstorms hit. We had, I think, 7 confirmed tornadoes now. We had some wind damage reports. And then the front dropped the temperatures for Sunday, and we never really rebounded, right? We've been just cold. Then we mixed in a little snow at times in the middle part of the week. Not a lot of snow, but enough to say it's snowing outside. And it was really cold. Had some single-digit temperatures. And yeah, I mean, like, February has the ability to keep you on your toes weather-wise. And it's not just in the Tennessee Valley. It's everywhere across the United States, where one day it's warmer, next day it's colder. You have 2 seasons trying to fight. Winter wants to hang on, spring wants to start. Spring, unfortunately, loses the battle most of the time this time of year because spring doesn't arrive until 3 weeks from now. Hi, Amanda. Good morning to you. Good to see you on. I hope all is well. Always a pleasure. My good buddy D is on this morning. Happy Saturday to you, my friend. You got big plans for the weekend? Big plans for the weekend? Brandy Johnson, good morning to you. I'm going to put my mic up here so I can see the battery. And I hope all's well. That's a new name. Good to see you. Hope all's well. Happy Saturday to you. Have a good weekend. A little cool today. I'll show you the forecast. I got graphics coming up in just a second. But good morning to Valerie. Vacation Valerie says good morning to you all. And she says she misses everyone. It's good to see everybody on. I miss you all. It's weird. Like coffee time. It's like 45 minutes to an hour of coffee time chat. But I look forward to hanging out with you all. Amy Seaton says good morning. It's good to see you. Thank you for all of you, too, that are on that sent some snow pictures on Wednesday morning. It was awesome. I shared them with the newsroom. Brandy Johnson saying good morning to Valerie, which is very sweet. Brandy, Vacation Valerie, is the hostess with the mostest. She'll say hi to everybody. She's pretty awesome. Everybody wish Stan Barbie a very happy birthday today. It's his birthday. He's on right now, too. And happy birthday to you, my friend Stan. Good to see you. Joanne in Pennsylvania says, good morning, Jeff. Happy Saturday. Very cold this morning. Coffee time. Stay warm. Cheers. Mugs up. Coffee time to you, too. Stay warm indeed. Let me go through the graphics for a moment. Hey, Gear Man, I see you on, my friend. Good to see you on. Hope all is well with you, my good friend. Carolyn Andrews is on. She says hello. Good morning with a little coffee. Good for you. Good to see you on. So many of you tell me you got plans this weekend, that you're going to be hanging out, and you're like, is it going to warm up? So we were at the weather radio programming event yesterday in Jones Valley at the Ace Hardware. And Eric and I got there to start at 10. People were waiting to get their weather radios program, which was fantastic. It was awesome. But the one thing everybody said was, can Mother Nature make up her mind on the cold, warm, cold, warm, cold, warm? I said, this time of year is tough. Wardrobe selection's vital to comfort. It's tough. Al Moniz, good morning, Jeff. Counting down the days for cruise and visit. Can't wait for you to come down, my friend. It's going to be good to see you. Can't wait to see you and Susan. Al and Susan become good friends of mine, and they watched the station I worked at in Rhode Island, and here they coming down to Huntsville to hang out for a couple days at the end of March. I can't wait for that. Where do you think I should take them, everybody? I'm going to take them to the Rocket City. I'm going to take them to the Rocket Center Museum, I think. I'm going to take them out to a couple of my favorite restaurants because some of them are really good that I like to go to. I want to take them down to Big Spring Park and walk around. I think Big Spring Park is pretty cool. It's one of my favorite places to go. If I had more than 2 days, really I technically have 1 day, but 2 days, I would probably take them east and show them beautiful Jackson County, which is one of my favorite places to go. But I got a plan. I got a plan for you, Al and Susan. Dee says, happy birthday to Stan. Amy says, happy birthday to Stan. All the birthday wishes to my good buddy Stan. He's awesome. So I had a little sun this morning. It was an awesome view in the shoals, and it was a gorgeous sunrise. Now you see some clouds, right? East Limestone, beautiful rays of sun popping this morning right when the sun came up before 7, and now cloudy. Gunnersville, yeah, a little sun, cloudy. Cloudy in Huntsville, after a beautiful sunrise. This should all start to make sense when I put this together with your forecast, because what's happening is despite some sun to start the day, clouds are going to win out the rest of this morning, okay? That cloud cover is with you into early afternoon. That will keep the temperatures from really rocketing off up into the 50s. If we had more sun today, I think we'd be just a little warmer. But because the clouds linger longer, it'll keep us in the 40s. I do think we'll pop a little sunshine late in the day. And once that sun pops, we'll be generally clear tonight. The problem, though, tonight is there's a chance for a little patchy fog. I don't think it's going to be a widespread issue. But if you have a little fog at your house, in your location, and your temperature drops to the mid-20s, I imagine some of the roads could be a little slick, but I would focus more on your walking, like your sidewalk, your back deck. Could be a little icy tomorrow morning. I don't think this is a widespread issue, but something to be mindful of, because it could turn out to be more of a walking issue, and one slip is all it takes, right? Dave Luddy, good morning, Jeff. And he says, good morning to everybody, which is fantastic. Good to see you on. A lot of birthday wishes to my good buddy Stan, which makes me very happy. Valerie loves the name. Yeah, it's Gearman. Gearman, yeah. Carolyn says, American Red Cross of Limestone Canyon will be installing fire alarms this morning in Athens. Carolyn, I think that's fantastic. That's good information to pass along on this Facebook Coffee Time Live, and I appreciate that. Good morning to Al. Sandy says, bring on the spring. Yep, got a couple more weeks to go. You will have spring-like temperatures, though, Sandy, on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, with some 60s to near 70. I'm going to show you that graphic right now. 3-day forecast, looking pretty good. You know what I just was thinking? I don't know if you guys can see the graphics. I don't see them popping up. So what they've done, everybody, is they've changed some of the settings that I have, okay? So bear with me for just a moment, because I don't know. I don't want to mess with this. Let me see if I can figure this out. Because I don't think you're seeing the graphics behind me. And certainly not in my head. See, we had a really good thing going here. Now we've changed it all. And change sometimes is not good, right? No. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cheat the system. Watch what I'm going to do, everybody. Watch what I'm going to do. I'll put the graphics behind me. I'm going to roll with the punches. So I have to get that looked at on Monday. I do apologize. So what we've done is we've changed it so now the feed's not coming through here, so you can't see the graphics up on the screen. Now the screen, I can see it, but you can't. Great. It's probably going through the back. Vacation Valerie saying hi to Carolyn. Gearman says that's awesome. Bring on the spring. Take them to eat at G's Country Kitchen, Amy says. Maybe I will do that. So I showed you all the cameras moments ago. In fact, let me go back because I want to show you the graphics. That's the whole point of doing this. And if I can't show you the graphics, it defeats the whole purpose of why I do this coffee time. Shoals. Bam! There's your cloud cover, right? Little cloud covers. After a beautiful start today, a little sunshine, clouds kind of winning out. East Limestone, a little cloud cover too. Temperature 29 degrees, chilly stuff. Mainly cloudy in Gunnersville right now, not bright at all. In fact, I think most areas are going to be overcast, and here's a good example of it in the Parkway. It's going to be like a sun, cloud, sun kind of day. It's going to take a little while to warm the temperatures up, right? Decatur, yep, you got yourself a little bit in the way of some cloud cover here, temperature around 30 degrees. Remember, waking up in Decatur this morning, I came to work this morning, it was 20 degrees. It was very chilly, right? 565, I turned it over to the Trash Pandas. I went to the game last night, see the Havoc play. They won 4-2. It was a feisty game, a lot of fights, a lot of hockey going on, a lot of fights and good play, right? Then I thought to myself when I came to work, Trash Pandas' first pitch, home game, will be April 4th. We are oh so close. Sandy wants spring. I want the Trash Pandas to have a home opener. That's what I really want. And in Athens, overcast skies after a beautiful sunrise too. So you're at 30 degrees as well. Temperatures will be slow to move. Huntsville, more clouds and sun now, and you get the gist, right? So what we got to do is we got to try to get back into some sunshine later today. We will. We're in the mid-40s. Watch out for a little patchy fog. I talked about this. Mid-20s. Here's the graphic to confirm it. And then for the 3-day forecast, we got some 60s as we go into Monday and Tuesday. For those of you longing for a little bit of spring activity, there it is. We do have it in the forecast for you, and we'll get there eventually. 10-day forecast, I think we nudged 70 on Wednesday. Comes with some showers. And as we go into Thursday, a little shower activity in the morning. We drop back in the 50s. Next weekend, first weekend of March, looks okay. 61 Saturday, 50 Sunday, and that 50 Sunday might be a little too cool. We'll have to see how it plays out, but you get the basic idea of how this all works out. Temperatures finally coming back, not being as cold, will be a little bit warmer, and it turns out to be a little bit better, which will be nice. All right. I think my dad's on. Good morning, Jeff. It's great to see you. Hope you have a great day. Limestone is beautiful. Well, I'm glad you like the camera shots, Jeff. Or Dad. That's good. My dad told me, I talked to him on the phone, I think it was on Wednesday or Thursday. He said, I'm going to watch your Facebook Live this weekend. I said, good. I appreciate that, Dad. It's good stuff. Angela says, good morning. Angela, you were at the game last night. Got a little feisty. A lot of fights going on, right? Very feisty game last night. Edward, what's up, my friend? Good morning, Jeff. Today is going to be a great day. You know what? I think it is too. That sunrise this morning got me motivated. Temperatures warming up next week has me motivated. The fact that daylight saving time begins in 2 weeks means that your sunset times will be closer to 7 p.m. It also means your sunrise times for those early risers means it's back to 7 a.m. You know that we only have 14 sunrises in Huntsville a year that are at 7 or later in the morning, and we'll have 3 of them in March. Also, a little extra knowledge at the water cooler you can talk with your friends about is that a lot of people think that the day of the spring equinox, which is arrival of spring officially on March 20th, is the day that has 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of darkness. Not the case. It actually will be closest to that on March 16th this year. So it happens a couple days prior to the actual spring equinox. But that is when spring will arrive. Gearman talking. Hey, Dad, if you're on, that's Gary. That's Gearman right there. Remember Gearman? Yeah. Follows me on the weather pages. It's crazy. Vacation Valerie says good morning to my dad, which is great. Joanne says have a good weekend. You too. Stands thankful for the birthday wishes, which is fantastic. And Tracy, who's watching on the YouTube channel, says tomorrow is my husband's birthday and our 18th wedding anniversary. That is awesome. A very good birthday. A very happy anniversary. Warmer temperatures tomorrow too, Tracy, which will be good. Thank you for watching on YouTube. I appreciate it. Amanda says, I love the cold, have enjoyed the snow, but I'm definitely ready for some warmer weather. Yeah, those of you who wanted your winter fill, I think we've got it. Remember back in early February too, and I'll step back here so you can see some of the graphics too. But do you remember back in early February when it was really warm for the first couple of days of the month? And I think it was Sam Mountain Sam forecasted early spring, and everyone was like, yeah, well, yeah, duh, it's like 70 degrees outside. But other groundhogs and possums or whatever does the forecast in their neck of the woods said, hey, winter is going to hang on. Any of the groundhogs, possums, or all of those, whatever those accurate rodents predicted, if any of them predicted winter to be 6 more weeks. Well, first off, they're always right because it's always 6 more weeks of winter. but it actually has felt like winter for much of the United States, even though there was a little tease in early February where the temperatures had warmed up a little bit, right? But now we go into the end of the month after what turned out to be a pretty cold month, especially here in the Tennessee Valley. It looks like we're going to warm back up again. Evidence of that in the 10-day behind me with the 60s to near 70, right? And temperatures themselves in early March look like they may start off pretty warm too. Mid-March, it gets a little cooler, but nothing cold, nothing terribly cold. So we'll see how it plays out. And then you have to ask yourself, which rodent was right? Or marmot, whichever one you call it. Was Puxatawny Phil right for saying winter is going to hang on for 6 more weeks? Or was Sam Mountain Sam correct, saying spring early if we end up being mild the next couple of weeks? It all washes out in the end, right? What happens if you have 3 weeks of above average temperatures and 3 weeks of below average temperatures? Which rodent is correct? Just fun stuff. Like I said, Groundhog Day is the best because everyone talks about the weather. Hi, Tammy. She says good morning, and she says hi to everybody. Good morning to me and to Valerie, which is fantastic. Vacation Valerie is all about the flip-flop weather, which is fantastic. Tammy says, I've been seeing the groundhogs out and about. There you go. Little groundhogs. I had a little possum at my house the other day, and the birds have been out too. No hummingbirds yet. Way too early for that, but just so you know. I'm going to pop the 3-day forecast behind me again. It's really weird because normally I see myself like on this camera here, but I don't. I only see myself there, and it's freaking me out. Like, I'm going to have to talk to somebody on Monday. So apparently, we're going to be doing these things called CTV, and it's great because it's exactly what TV stations want to do. They want to do more internet stuff, obviously. And we have it set up to work out of the back, and that works great when we have people here. But when I do coffee time, I'm by myself. So this is not going to work for Jeff on the weekend. So I'm going to have to adapt and make it work for myself. But I will just have the monitor behind me, and I'll just point to the graphics instead. And that's how we'll make it work. But I supposedly have some help coming on the weekends, but like usually these hits are like 10 minutes long, 15, but we run like 45 minutes on coffee time. So I'm sure the person back there that's going to be hitting the break button is not going to be wanting to sit there and watch me talk for 1 hour. So we'll see how it goes, but we'll try to make this work, I promise. Hi, Billy. Good to see you all, my friend. Hope all is well. Good morning to you. Angela, everyone have a great day. Got a little chicken stew fundraiser to get to, the volunteer fire department. Angela, that chicken stew sounds like the perfect day for chicken stew. When you're going to have chilly temperatures like we're going to have today, a little chicken stew goes a long way to feeling good, right? I love it. Love it. Hi, Susan. How you doing? Boy, is it good to see you from Jamestown, Rhode Island. I haven't talked to you in forever. Good to see you on. I hope all is well. Good times to be had right there. That's a good person to see on a little coffee time here this morning. I appreciate that. All right, we'll put the 10-day back up for you so you can see it. It's kind of cool. What I do like about this setup, though, even though it threw me off at first because things have gotten changed and I didn't know, but the 10-day forecast and all the graphics, I can keep them up at the same time as talking to you. It makes it a little bit more personal. As long as I'm not standing in the way. If you ever want to see something and my fat head's in the way, just tell me to move out of the way. I won't take it personally. I really don't. No problem. Tammy says, I can't wait for coffee and hummingbirds on the front porch in the mornings. Right? I'm a big fan. So obviously, many of you know I track hummingbirds. There's a hummingbird migration page that I have steered most of you to, and you know about it. So I will post it on my page throughout the spring. But many of you already know where to go check it out because I gave you the link and you know where it is. All I got to do is do a search. But you can track the hummingbirds as they move south to north. And I would say, what was the first sighting? I can't remember the first sighting we had last year, but I think Katie and Florence had a sighting in like early April last year. So we're not too far away from the hummingbirds. It'll happen soon. Gary says, good morning. Amy says, March 1st and 2nd are the days that the old farmers and almanacs say to mow your yard to keep the wild onions from growing. Always wondered if that really works. I don't know. You know, Amy, I think the Old Farmer's Almanac is really great for recipes. I don't know about much else, but I don't know. I guess you could give it a try. I think I have those in my yard, and they smell like onions. Well, it's because they're wild onions, but they kind of reek. But I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Farmer's Almanac because I think it'll have like this thing in there, like, you know, February 10th to February 17th, snow. Okay, is it going to snow all 8 days? 10 through 7, 7, but if you add the day itself, it's 8. So what happens is it going to snow all those days? Or are we going to have snow like one of the days? And how much snow are we going to have? It's just like snow for the whole week. So I always laugh about the forecast. And I'll have somebody write me and say, you know, the Old Farmer's Almanac said it was going to snow on February 13th. Well, they said it was going to snow from February 10th to the 17th. It's not really forecasting it on the 13th. I mean, it's part of that 7 days. Like if I put on my 10-day forecast and took the temperatures out and just put sun, pretty good, right? So, Almanac is always so cute. It's always so cute. Vacation Valley says that would be awesome. Jeffrey Resendez, good morning, Jeff. I'll be watching baseball today from Florida on the TV. The Red Sox are playing the D-Rays. Yeah, all right. I don't think they're the Devil Rays anymore, though. I think they're just the Tampa Bay Rays because they took the devil name out of their name because they felt like it was very negative. But it should be a good game. Baseball season. Hard to believe. This is the time of year, if you're a sports fan, everything is on the table for you. Hockey, basketball. I think that like USFL football thing comes back, whatever. And baseball season's kicking off. I mean, there's a lot happening, especially here in the Rocket City. I mean, we got the Havoc and we have the Panda starting up. And there's a crossover that happens there, especially the deeper the Havoc go in the playoffs, which is going to be all the way this year. They're a really good team, by the way. If you haven't had a chance to go see Huntsville Havoc, you're missing out on some really good hockey. And not just good hockey, but when you watch all the teams in the SPHL, like the Havoc team is special. And I say that because you can see the camaraderie that they have and the team chemistry that they have. Even when they have to take some players, move them in and out, there's always that team chemistry there. And you don't see that with the other teams. At least it's hard to see on the road. Maybe because they're playing away from home, you don't see it as much. But I don't know. You can tell it's a very close-knit family, and they play like that. It's fun to watch. It's very appreciated. Vacation Valerie says, bring on baseball to Jeff. Yep. Carolyn says, have a great day, everyone. I'm off to volunteer with the American Red Cross. Carolyn, that's fantastic. Steven says, ready for baseball season. It's like in the air. You can smell it, right? Baseball season has an aroma. I used to play baseball at one point. Yeah. I miss it. Vacation Valerie saying hi to everybody. Jeffrey Resendez talking to Vacation Valerie, which is fantastic. And Vacation Valerie saying hi to Steven, which is great. So, yeah, I feel bad that coffee time, like if there's no coffee time in the morning, it's kind of weird to do it at night. Though I did do some Facebook Lives last week on Saturday because of the storms. We didn't have anything happening around 7:30, so I went online and I tried to do a little Facebook Live action. And it was cool. Got a lot of people talking and a lot of interaction. And I think it was a great segue to set up what was going to happen for the night ahead. And then when, of course, we went live at 10:30, we didn't just go live on Facebook. We went live on TV at the same time because we had tornado warnings right away as the cells crossed, or the line of storms crossed the state line. And we stayed live the entire time. We were on Facebook, we were online, and we were also on air until about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. So kept it going for a good 4 hours. It was a nasty line of storms. I want to say it was 7 confirmed tornadoes, but I honestly, on Thursday and Friday, I did not look to see what the latest update was. But the strongest one being an EF2 in the Russellville area. But there was an EF1 in the Rogersville area. There was one in Tuscumbia, an EF1 in Mount Hebron. I mean, it was just about everybody. I mean, we had so many locations dealing with severe weather. It was crazy. Just a line of storms ripping across the area. caught up on comments. I caught up on comments there, and I'm good to go. If you have any questions about the next couple of days, what you got going on, what's nice about this weather pattern for meteorologists is it's very quiet, which is good. One thing I can't do now because of the way it's routed is I can't hide off the camera anymore. You all see everything I'm doing now. You like that? I'll show you my sunrise graphic right quick. Vacation Valley says, yep, you did go live on Facebook. And then Eric came in. It was funny. Eric was right next to me and was, come on. He looks at me. He's like, what are you doing online? I'm like, I don't know. I just think we should talk to people. I don't know. So here's your sunrise times. Talked about how your sunrise times are going to do a lot of moving around, right? But no matter what, through March 17th, and even much later past March 17th, your sunset times are always going to get deeper into the day. So we're 6:23 was the sunrise this morning. It was a gorgeous look. And if you don't believe me, you can rewatch our shows from this morning. It was actually gorgeous. Not clouds now, but it was nice. We'll get all the way down to 6:05. If you're an early riser and you have a 6:05 sunrise, that is like one of the earliest sunrises you will have in this area. Now, this is Huntsville times. If you're west of Huntsville, all these numbers will be just a little bit later in the morning. And if you're east of Huntsville, they'll be a little bit sooner, okay? Sunrise is not a universal time. So then March 9th, after we flip the clocks ahead, jump them forward, spring ahead, and daylight saving time begins. This is the time of year when everyone likes the clock change because it brings your sunset almost till 7 o'clock, like 6:54 on March 9th. But your sunrise, it goes the wrong way. Jumps all the way to 7:04, right? So now kids going to the bus stop and it's dark still. And parents don't like that. 6:53 for St. Patrick's Day. My good buddy Eric Burke. I spent a lot of St. Patrick's Days with him since I've been here. 2 out of the 2. This will be the third one. He's going to be out of town, so I'm going to be a little bummed out. We don't get to hang out with him this year. But 6:53 is when the St. Patrick's Day sunrise will be, and if you have festivities that day, it will not set until sometime by like 6:54. Because the 16th is our first 12-hour day, and then the next day, the 17th, is actually St. Patrick's Day, is our first day that the actual hours of daylight will exceed the hours of darkness. Boy, am I full of useless information. But it's all good. Steven says, how do you think the Braves will be this year? You know what? I have to be honest with you, Steven. I am a diehard baseball guy, but I have not really followed baseball nearly as close as I used to. I used to know every player. I used to know, I could look at the TV and be like, I know that guy. I know that guy. I could tell you exactly what he hit the year before. I could tell you how many home runs he hit. I haven't paid much attention, you know. I just haven't. And I feel really bad. I don't even know what to say on that. I don't even know who barely is even playing on any of the teams in baseball. I become much more of a football player, guys, so I don't know. I just hope the San Francisco Giants do well. I'm a big Giants fan. They're my favorite team. I know I'm kind of weird. I'm from New England, and I'm a Tennessee Titans fan and a San Francisco Giants fan. I know, it's very bizarre. I get it. Dave, do you think we are pretty much over the really cold temps? It's a good question, Dave. You know, I think when you start to look at the long-term forecast models, you take them with a grain of salt. You're just looking for trends more than you're looking for exact forecasts. But the overall big picture is to warm up next week. We have a little bit of a drop in temperatures back to like a more seasonable pattern as we go into the beginning of March. But then like March 3rd to the 8th looks really toasty. And then it looks like it cools off a bit, but not terribly cold for the middle to end of the month. So I don't see anything that jumps out. I mean, you always have one of those nights that drops back to like 22, 23. And for some of us who like to garden, we get that craziness to want to put something in the garden, and then we sweat it out at the end of March to see if it's going to like still be there the next morning. But right now, it doesn't look like anything too terribly cold. I've seen some posts from some of the people that are on social media that have like a gazillion followers, and they just put anything out to get clicks. And one of them had something for snow like March 8th and 9th, and I don't think that's going to happen. So, you know, at least the trend would not say that. The overall big picture is that the temperatures are going to be at or above average for a couple of weeks, actually. In fact, do I have my 8 to 14 day? See, normally when I'm looking for things, you don't see my face, so I can hide my concerned that I can't find the graphics I need, but you get to see everything now. I have a feeling that I can reroute this. I just don't know which one to hit on the actual camera. So anyway, I don't want to mess with anything and break it. But I was looking for I thought I had an 8 to 14 day outlook in here. I probably do. I just can't find it. But it keeps everything above average for the most part. Put the 10-day back up behind me. Donna Oliver, good to see you from Phil Campbell in the house. D.O. from PC is here. Good to see you. And then Vacation Valerie says, good morning, D.O. from PC. For anybody who doesn't know, D.O. stands for Donna Oliver. PC stands for Phil Campbell. That's what we call her because it's just kind of cool. Jeff Resendez, last year I went to see the Savannah Bananas play. Yes, that's awesome. Savannah Bananas are fun to watch. I've never gone to a game, but I've watched it on TV before. It's hilarious. The umpire cracks me up. Umpire, when he calls strikes, he does like a whole dance. I couldn't even do it, but he must be tired by the time he's done with the game, calling that game. I'll tell you that right now. Christine Tinker, good to see you on from Bryant. Hope all is well. Hope you're feeling okay. Happy Saturday to you. Gary says, did you know Pete Walker's a Toronto Blue Jay? I did know Pete Walker's a Toronto Blue Jay gear, man. Pete Walker is a gentleman that played baseball at the same high school that I did. He was a senior when I was a freshman, and I never got to play in the same team as him, but he made it to the majors, pitched for the Mets, pitched for the Blue Jays, and now he's the pitching coach for the Toronto Blue Jays, and he went to the same high school that I went to. My high school, though being a northern school and not usually pumping out great baseball players, had a lot of players playing the major leagues. Brooke Fordyce, but he actually technically went to St. Bernard's. But he was a Nyack East Lyme guy. And Johnny McDonald, gosh, he played 13, 14 years. Played for a lot of teams. Cleveland, Detroit. He's the one, Johnny McDonald's the one who yelled at A-Rod. So A-Rod was such Bush League. Johnny Mack's going to catch the ball in the infield, and A-Rod went around him on the bases and went, rah, like an old kid, like in Little League, like some kind of loser. And Johnny McDonald flinched and the ball dropped, and Johnny Mack got up in A-Rod's face and started fighting him. Yeah, it's Johnny Mack. Johnny Mack played shortstop and third base when I pitched in high school. He started a fight with A-Rod in the middle of a game. It's pretty awesome, actually. And he didn't get the right hook in like Veritek did, but he definitely got a little feisty. It's good stuff. Jeffrey's in. Good morning, Christine. Sherry, I can tolerate the cooler temperatures for a while so long as there's no winds. The winds make it very cold. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Sherry. Yeah, that's the one thing we have going on for us today is like there's hardly any wind. I think a lot of times when you have a chance to go like 40s or 50 and you can pop a little sunshine, like today there's a struggle, but like tomorrow, generally sunny 51, 52 with no wind will go a long way and it will feel good outside. It's going to feel even better when we hit 60s the next couple of days on Monday and Tuesday, but overall, not bad. Looking good. Did I see a hello to Zoe? There's Zoe. Zoe, good to see you. A good morning to you, too. Always a pleasure. Always good to see you on. Christina Tinker saying hi to everybody, which is fantastic. Donna Oliver, you bet, Jeff. Good stuff. Hashtag good stuff. DO and PC. When you got a nickname on this Facebook Live, you know you coming on, one, a lot, which is good. And two, I like you, so I'm going to give you nicknames. I don't know. If I ever give anybody a nickname that they don't like, please let me know, because I don't want to offend you. Al says, anything coming up in the gardens? It's been not quite as quick as it was last year. We had, like last February, Al, we were really warm here, like top 5 all-time warm. And it was like, I feel like we were hitting 60s to near 70 almost every day. And we've had some really warm temperatures so far this month, but we've also had some really cold temperatures. So I don't see anything in the garden coming up right now. I would like on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I have to work, but I think when I go home each and every day, I am going to work a little bit in the gardens. I'm not going to like clean them up and get them started or plant anything, but there's like some work I want to do at some of the borders. I had this like rock pathway now, and I don't like the way it looks anymore. So I want to clean it up, and I want to put something underneath the rock to prevent some of the weeds and stuff. So yeah, but by the time you get here though, in the end of March and early April, the garden will be like full throttle gone. Like it will be going. I just won't have some of my annuals I put in. I don't do that until like May, so they won't be in the garden. But by the time you get here, that garden will already start popping. I'm sure my rose bushes will already have something on them. It's crazy here, Al. Like how fast, how early the growing season starts and how quickly the gardens start to pop. It's wild. It's wild. Compared to being up in Rhode Island and Connecticut where you have to wait till like June to do anything. But anyway, it's all good. Christine Tinker saying hi to Valerie, which is good. Big hugs to you too, Zoe. Garrett Gearman says fun stuff. And Vacation Valerie says, I did have a few come up, but they are probably frozen. She said, anything come up? So Vacation Valerie says she had a few things that came up, but they're probably frozen now. That's another thing too, Al. We've been really cold this past week. We've had some nights where it's been really chilly. We've been dripping faucets down here since about Wednesday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. It's been really cold, so. But 'tis all good. 'Tis all good. We'll get warmer eventually. So I have big plans today. I am actually not here tomorrow. That's why there'll be no coffee time on Sunday. Eric Burke will be filling in tomorrow for me. I am headed to, I'm going outside the city. I'm going to Knoxville, Tennessee. And I'll be there for essentially, I'm going up there for a big dinner tonight, this banquet thing I've got to go to. And then I'm coming back after it. But I'm still not going to come into work tomorrow because I'll be a zombie by the time I get back home. Because I would have been up for about 24 hours straight. So I will not be here tomorrow. I'll be back on Monday. Chelsea's in tonight, regular schedule. Besides me not being here tomorrow morning for the weekend, Eric's nice enough to fill in for me on Sunday morning. And what was really cool, and give a shout out to my good buddy Eric Burke, was he was nice enough to take me to lunch yesterday after the programming. I still feel like I had to give him some money because I tried to eat 2 lunches, but the second lunch I ordered, they were out of. Eric was probably like, this guy is a pig, man. Now, Eric knows how much I eat, so it's okay. I don't know how I get away with eating as much as I do, but it's getting harder and harder. Sherry saying hi to Vacation Valley, which is fantastic. Time's about 8:37. I am going to jet off here. Comments have slowed down, and I got to get this routing thing taken care of. I have a feeling, so I have this routing thing here, and I'm going to send a message here. But I'm probably missing something. I probably need to switch it to CTV, but I don't know which one I should do that with. So I'm going to wait till I get proper explanation on what to do. But for now, you just can't get enough of me because I'm in the camera shot the whole entire time. I don't want to do that. I don't need you to see this for the whole time. The whole point of this is to show the graphics so you can see that. But I'm sure it's coming up from back there, but we'll see what happens. I don't know what they've done to this. I'll figure it out, though. And we're going to turn it back and make it ours. Dave Luddy, have a safe trip. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Everyone have an awesome day. Stan Barbie says, have a blessed day, Jeff Denoyer and all. And Stan, you have a fantastic birthday and a blessed day to you, my friend. And have a good Saturday. I will be back on Monday morning. For now, everybody have a fantastic Saturday. Warmer temperatures coming. They'll be here soon, especially next week. If you have a chance to take Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday off, I would do that. If you can't, at least find some time to maybe spend outside, maybe on a lunch break, or if you can maybe take a half a day off. It'll be 3 days that everyone's going to be talking about how beautiful it is across the Tennessee Valley. Have a good day, everybody.